ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
So I came to Brindavan, and even before coming to Brindavan, I got a taste of Brindavan. During our 12th standard board exams, we all came for darshan in Brindavan, and Swami called us in to Trai Brindavan into his residence for a class interview. It was such a beautiful thing. Now, before I go to that, I remember, our class teacher, Dr. Sailesh Srivastava. It's amazing, the kind of teachers that Swami has placed in the institutions. They are like mini Swamis themselves in the way of life they lead, in the kind of sacrifices they do. They will never say that they are sacrificing, because they will say that what we have sacrificed, Swami has given more. But from a worldly point of view, I really feel it's a great sacrifice they have done. And the kind of inputs that we receive. I remember the previous day to coming to Brindavan, Sailesh sir asked us, how many of you want to join medical? So 8-10 fellows raised their hand, medical. How many want to go for engineering? 15 fellows raised their hand, engineering. Sailesh sir said, what mad fellows you are. I thought, what happened? Those were the brightest guys in the class. Then he said, you got a chance to be with God and you want to go away. Then somebody asked, sir, can everybody stay here then with Swami? Everybody can't stay. Some have to go also. Sir said, let Swami decide that. See, if Swami has decided you have to stay here, this is what Sailesh sir said, actual words. If Swami has decided you have to stay here, even if you do cartwheels, you can't go out. If Swami has decided that you have to go out, even if you do somersaults, you can't stay here. But what you desire in your heart is left to you. In your heart, you should never desire that you want to leave Swami and go. If Swami decides that you have to go and study polar bears in Arctic, that's fine. But Swami, I don't want to go. I want to be with you because you are pushing me there, I'm going. That's fine. And then he spoke. It was so inspiring, because next day, you won't believe it, in the Trai session, as Swami came, the first thing Swami said is, how many doctors? Swami asked. And the impact of Sailesh sir's speech, not one hand went up. All the 10 doctors had decided to change their profession overnight. And Swami had a surprised look. He said, how many engineers? Again no hands went up. Hey, anta gas. Swami said, all gas. Then together, we all said, we want to be with you, Swami. And Swami became so happy. He called the warden and said, see this batch. Everybody wants to be with Swami. He said, yes, Swami, they are all very blessed. Swami said, I will speak to them. And the warden used to be the translator, so he took the mic. Swami said, no, not you. You go. He looked at Sailesh sir and said, you translate. Now, I really feel that it was a reward for Sailesh sir for what he had done previous day. But the thing is, Sailesh sir is from Delhi. Swami started speaking in Telugu. And Sailesh sir was translating it. It was amazing. 45 minutes discourse and he translated. That is when I realized, when Swami says instrument, it is really that. A non-Telugu speaking Hindi person will translate a Telugu discourse if the Lord wants. That is what Tyagaraja said. If the Lord wants, monkey will cross the ocean. I feel that is the reason why the Ramayana is also written like that. Oh, you Ravana, you are supreme. The 3 lokas are scared of you. Nobody can touch you, correct? See the Lord's will. I will come and beat you with sticks, stones, monkeys and bears. With some squirrel also contributing a little bit. That only highlights the glory of the Lord. If the Lord wills, nothing is impossible. Everything else is just an instrument. So now during that Trai session, something beautiful happened. One of the students who was sitting front, he said, Swami, something is stuck in your hair. So he said, remove it, he said. And this boy got up, he parted Swami's hair like that, he pulled it out. First I was, then I said, lucky fellow, we should have seen that. I also want, Swami, how nice, it feels so good. It Feel so good, Swami's hair was so bushy, so nice, so fragrant. You feel like putting your face in that hole. And you can't put your face, but at least you could put your hand, right? This boy got the chance. I felt, Swami, I also want to pull something out, keep something else in your hair. That desire came very strongly and very spontaneously. Another thing that happened, of course, this is not directly linked to the story, but in the end, Swami asked if any doubt is there. And I suffer from one disease. I continue to suffer from it. The disease of anger. So I asked Swami, how to control anger? Swami said three tips he gave. He said, first thing, when you get angry, go and look at your face in the mirror. It'll be so ugly that you'll feel like changing your face immediately. If that doesn't work, Swami said, go to the bathroom, open the tap, catch Shruti in which that water is falling, and in that Shruti sing a bhajan. Because that time your focus will be so much on that, you will forget your anger. If that doesn't work, Swami said, go and run for 2 miles. You'll be too tired to be angry then. These are 3 solutions that Swami gave to control anger. And then, the Trai session got over and Swami said, everybody should stay with me. I want everybody with me. All this Swami said. He gave us a group photograph on the steps of Trai Vrindavan here. And then came the entrance exam. This was in the year 2000. After the entrance exam, 8 boys from our batch didn't get a seat. So when they didn't get a seat, that year we all had to report early because there was a summer course for 15 days. So by May 15th itself, we had to report. And these 8 boys, they have not got admission, so please go elsewhere and seek admission. They went to Sailesh sir. This is a nice dialogues you gave that time, Now see, we want to be, so Swami is sending. So now we can go, right? They just wanted to get it vetted by him. He said, see, when we went to Trai, Swami said, I want all the boys to be with me. It is not that you want to be with Swami and Swami doesn't want you to be with him. You want to be with Swami, Swami also wants you to be with him. Sir, but we didn't get the seat. Yeah, you be with Swami. You stay here. What we'll do? You wait here. So if we wait, we'll get admission. I don't know. Then, wait. No, this is how it is. Worldly wise, we always want to know our goals. Okay, if I work for this company 2 years, I'll be promoted. Okay, what is the thing? Oh, then I'll join. With God, nothing is guaranteed. Lord, if I come, will I get this? Chustamu. What Swami used to tell? That's what it is. Wait. Wait is don't know. 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years, 5 lifetimes. Don't know. So these boys continued to wait. Summer course began. 6-7 days passed. Then 3 boys went and said, sir, enough. Now we won't get seat anywhere else. We will have to go. So I said, your wish. What do you feel, sir? I feel you should wait. 3 boys left. Slowly, it started one by one. 5 boys were left. They were holding on. More than to Swami, they were holding on to Sailesh's word. See, that is another beautiful thing of having faith in God, It's not that God inspires only through His physical form. When any of us have faith, that faith inspires faith in others. Of course, God is the magnet and we are all iron pieces which become magnetized because of Him. But once we get magnetized, even that iron piece behaves like a magnet. One person's faith reinforces the other's faith. They held on, and I remember it was in this hall, somewhere in that corner, along with the alumni, these boys were seated. Swami was going for darshan. Suddenly he saw and told, how come with old boys, old students, Swami used to call old students, old boys. Swami said, with old boys, why young boys are sitting? Swami asked. Then he said, Swami, we didn't get admission, Swami. And unbelievably, there during the darshan, Swami called for S.V. Giri sir, who was the Vice Chancellor. And he told him, hey, test these boys. If they are qualified, take them into our college. And 5 hours later, these boys were interviewed. What is that interview? I don't know, because all of them got in. All of them got into the college. And 2 of them went on to study in the college for 6 years after that. They did every course available in the college. They completed, and it's amazing. It was amazing, and I used to always tease them, saying, hey, you got in Chancellor's quota, yaar. You got into Chancellor's quota. But that showed me that God's delays are not His denials. He delays some things. He says, wait. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to give. That doesn't mean he doesn't care for us. He cares for us so much that he wants to give it to us at a time when it's most beneficial for us. Sometimes we get to know how it is beneficial to us. Sometimes we don't understand how it's beneficial for us. But we should have faith that it is beneficial for us. His delays are never his denials. I'll just fast forward this by 3 years, because 3 years later, Swami had sustained a fall, and he would come to this door and go back in a golf cart. So when he would get down near the slope to walk back into his residence, we had to keep a stool. And by rotation, different students would get this stool chance. It was the day when I had my stool chance. I kept the stool for Swami, and sometimes Swami will give you a hand also to get down. Beside me was one of my classmates who was in form. You know, the word form is like how in form in cricket, you know. In cricket, when you're in form, what happens? Whatever you hit goes for a 6. You'll mistime it, it'll go back 6. You'll flick it, it'll go this side 6. You just can't do anything wrong. Like that only. Form boy means nothing can go wrong. You come running and sit. Swami will tell, chi, indiscipline. Elderly people are coming there. You don't even look at them. If that person had fallen, what would have happened? Bad. Same thing, let the form boy come running. See? At this age, boys run behind movies. This boy is running behind God. Like this enthusiasm do you see? Swami, I ran, you saw old man. You ran, this fellow ran, and so this form boy was standing there, and I gave my hand like this for Swami to get down. Swami gave me hath, in the sense, Swami gave him the hand to get down. And I felt over Swami. But as Swami was getting down, I saw that in Swami's hair there was one mango flower. I said, Swami, mi jutlo emo undi. Swami, there's something in your hair. Swami said, what is it? I said, I don't know, Swami, something is there. Swami smiled, bent his head and said, take it out. And the desire that I had 3 years, 4 years before, of putting my hand into his beautiful, fragrant hair and pulling out something, got fulfilled. That little mango flower, I took it out. See, delays are never denials. Whatever we desire intensely in our heart, He definitely grants it. There is no doubt about it. But that's why it should be a statement of warning for us. Be careful of what you desire. Don't desire for something which after 3 years you feel you don't want. See, we have a different and a kind of a disproportionate perspective of life. When we are studying in the 10th class, we feel 10th standard board exam is the most important thing in the universe. That's what everybody will tell. You know that boy who is now in IIT, 10th standard, he got 96%. Actually, you curse all these fellows who top score like that. Nowadays, they are getting 99.8% and all that, You write you feel that you write the exam thrice also, you won't get that much. Once they write and get out that much. So, yeah. So when it is... Now, how did I come to this? So delays are not denials. I'll go back. Sometimes I get into a detour which I myself am not able to come to that. So every delay that Swami does, it is just to ensure that you get greater happiness, greater joy. And that day I felt so beautiful, so special that Swami had remembered. Swami's memory is amazing, even physically. It's not just in a divine manner. He smiled. He knew that there was something, and I treasured it. And you know what happened that day? The beautiful thing is, that day Swami had given to one of the students who was staying with Swami inside Sarai Vrindavan a new camera. This student had come to test out his camera. And because of that, I not only took out a mango flower from Swami's hair, I got a photograph of that also, taking out a mango flower from Swami's hair. See, that is how it is. Swami plans in that manner. Yes, that's how I went to the board exam. We feel that in the 10th, the board exam is the most important. But once you finish 10th, you join 11th, nobody cares a damn for the 10th standard marks. Because why? 12th standard is most important. That gets over. College, gold medal most important. Arey yaar. You get, fine, gold medal and all okay. You get a gold medal and somebody who was half your rank in class gets double your salary in the job. Who cares for that, Job important. Depending on our stage in life, things go from important to not important. When you're 6 months old, learning to eat food is most important. You see? Imagine if you say, Lord, nothing I want, just give me the ability and teeth to eat food. Such a foolish prayer we feel. But we tell now, Lord, let me get first rank. Somebody else will be feeling, what a foolish prayer. What is praying for first rank? You should pray for a 50,000 job. Somebody else will say, that is so foolish. What is it that we should seek from Swami? Swami himself has said in the discourse, seek that, seeking which you will never have to seek again. Swami, you don't do anything, just give me this. Once you give this, now I will never ask you anything. Like that thing can we find and ask? He will give that definitely. Let us be careful because whatever we seek, He'll give. Let us not repent. No, let us not repent 3 years later, simply I ask for that. I have met like these people, In fact, I have met so many like these people where they say, hey, simply I prayed to Swami, what happened? Swami gave it off. Arey, that's what you pray to God for, no? So that He gives. Yeah, now I didn't want, See, I didn't know that this will happen. See, that time it was like this. That time, recently I met a lady, She was narrating about how her elder daughter is not getting children. Her younger daughter had 2 children. So she prayed to Swami, Swami, give my daughter a child. Swami, give my daughter a child. Give my daughter a child. She was praying like that. She took up a 1-year sadhana for that. She took up a 1-year sadhana, completed the sadhana. The day she finished the sadhana, she gets a call from her daughter. Mother, I'm carrying, I'm expecting. The only thing, this was a younger daughter carrying the 3rd child. And the mother said, Swami, what did you do? Swami, wrong. No, Swami, I meant the other daughter, Swami, what you are doing like this? So when you hear all this, you just feel, you just don't pray at all. Because the Lord knows what is to be given. By asking in a prayer, we make the wrong assumption that we know better than God. We always feel like this. Hey, what's happening in Iraq, yaar? ISIS is bombarding. No, yaar, samajhta loka, God will take care. God can take care of ISIS. Swami, please let me get that job, Swami. He can take care of ISIS, but He can't take care of your job. No, see, world and all He takes care well, but my life, no, let God listen to me. I know better. We feel like that. For everything else, Swami knows all His Leela, He'll take care. So we don't do anything. Poverty, see, it's all karma, it's all, Lord knows. We just, what we can do? Poor are there. But my life, no, I want to be in charge. So let us remember that sometimes even, first thing is, let's be careful what we ask from Swami. Let's ask for the ultimate, Himself. Anything else is dangerous. Let's ask only for Him. And second thing, let us remember that once we ask, sometimes there will be a delay. But the delay is just to ensure that the joy that we get out of it is even more.
To the man.